In the deep heart of the ocean, where light thins and colors fade to twilight, the little mermaid swam farther than she had ever dared before. The waters there were still and heavy, yet she felt a quiet calling that tugged at her heart. She had heard whispers among the whales of a place far below a mountain that slept beneath the sea, old and powerful, wrapped in silence. They said it was a volcano that had not stirred for thousands of tides. The thought filled her with wonder and a trace of fear. A mountain that once breathed fire seemed beyond her understanding, yet something in her wanted to see it for herself. She followed the slope downward, past the reefs and forests of coral, into the shadowed blue where only the strongest fish swam. As she descended, the water grew warmer, the light dimmed, yet faint glimmers flickered in the distance. She moved carefully, guided by instinct and courage. Soon the seafloor rose again, forming a wide dome of black stone covered with soft dust and coral that glowed faintly red. The air of the water felt different, alive, as though the sea itself breathed through the mountain. The little mermaid hovered near its base, her eyes wide with awe. Cracks ran along the rock, glowing faintly like veins of fire beneath the surface. Tiny bubbles drifted upward in steady streams, whispering of deep heat below. It was beautiful and silent, yet full of hidden strength. She realized she was gazing at the sleeping volcano. For a while, she floated in stillness, listening to the faint hum that filled the water. It was not a song, yet it carried rhythm, the slow heartbeat of the earth itself. The warmth touched her tail and her hands, and though she felt a flicker of fear, she also sensed peace. This place was not angry. It was resting, dreaming its long dream beneath the sea. But as she explored the edges of the mountain, she noticed signs of an imbalance. Parts of the stone had cracked deeply, and dark smoke leaked through, staining the water. The coral that grew nearby was pale, struggling in the heat. Fish avoided the area, leaving it empty and quiet. The little mermaid's heart tightened. She understood that the volcano's rest was uneasy. She swam closer, studying the cracks. She knew she could not stop the power within, but perhaps she could help ease its burden. She began by clearing debris that had fallen into the vents, allowing the heat to escape gently instead of building in pressure. She brushed away sand that blocked small openings and moved stones that trapped currents of gas. Each movement was careful, each decision slow, guided by respect. The work was difficult, and the warmth pressed around her like breath. She felt weary but steady, trusting the calm within the volcano. As she worked, she began to hum softly a low, steady tune that matched the rhythm of the mountain's heartbeat. The sound echoed through the cracks, and the water shimmered faintly in response. She returned often over the next days, always careful, always gentle. She cleaned the corals near the vents, cooling them with fresh currents drawn from nearby canyons. She guided fish back into the area, helping life return. The volcano remained quiet, yet its hum grew softer, more peaceful. One day, while she worked near a vent, a deep tremor passed through the ground. The rocks shivered, and a cloud of dark bubbles rose from the cracks. The little mermaid froze, fear rippling through her heart. She remembered the old stories, the power of fire hidden beneath the sea. But she also remembered her song, her patience, her trust. She began to hum again, slow and calm, letting her presence bring steadiness to the shaking. The tremor faded, the volcano settled once more into stillness. The red glow along the cracks softened to gold, and the water cleared. The little mermaid exhaled, her body relaxing. She knew the volcano had not meant harm. It had only needed release, a way to breathe again. From that day, the volcano rested quietly. Its warmth no longer burned, but flowed gently through the water, nurturing life instead of threatening it. Coral began to bloom in shades of crimson and amber, glowing softly in the twilight. Fish returned in great schools, their scales reflecting the faint red light. The once desolate place became a garden of warmth and color. The little mermaid visited often, sitting among the coral and listening to the steady hum beneath her. She understood now that even the strongest forces of the ocean could hold gentleness when treated with respect. Power was not meant to be feared or controlled, it was meant to be understood and balanced. As she swam home one evening, the water cooled around her, and the darkness deepened. Yet she carried warmth within her heart, a reminder of the sleeping volcano and the lesson it had shared. She realized that every creature, every part of the sea carried its own kind of fire, some bright and gentle, some fierce and hidden. And when those fires were understood, they brought life rather than destruction. That night, as she rested in her coral bed, she dreamed of the mountain beneath the waves, breathing quietly in its long sleep. Its warmth spread through her dreams like light, steady and eternal, as if the ocean itself was whispering that balance is the truest peace.